back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the Line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
Jabron.
Oh, there's the parlay
Let's
pounder.
go.
And you know you got to bring a parlay here.
Got to.
Got to wrap up the show right. We got the parlay pounder back.
We do.
On the airwaves, and here
Yes.
we go. We got to do a little preview. We got to do a little look ahead of the game, I guess everyone's
the
talking about.
Super Bowl. Let's go.
Sunday, February 11th. That is a 5:30 kickoff on CBS, and I think it made a lot of eyebrows get raised up a little bit when San Francisco came out as your favorite. I saw a lot of 1.5, 2, and it's just getting bet back and forth between 1.5, 2, 2.5, then down to 1 real quick.
Yeah, I really don't know how this is going to end before next Sunday, Andy, who's going to be favored or whatever. The line that I like right now, Andy, if you're saying that the 49ers are a 2-point favorite right now, I can, in almost any book that you go to, you can buy a couple points.
Okay.
On any book that you go to.
All right.
I'm the Kansas City Chiefs plus 3.5 points. I believe is a lock bet.
Right.
I believe it's a lock bet. On books that I'm looking at right now, it's a minus 180 bet for the Kansas City Chiefs plus 3.5.
Buy them points.
I just don't believe that they're going to lose more than 3.
Buy a field goal. They're not going to lose by more than a field goal.
I'm more than likely they're going to win this game, Andy. And I can't wait to watch this game. This is the matchup that everybody's wanted to watch. And I just love that it came down to these two teams. But Kansas City Chiefs plus 3.5 points, I believe, is a surefire way to win some money on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, we don't want to give too much away, and it's real early, and we're still out there. And, of course, we're going to spend a lot of time next week talking about the Super Bowl.
Entire show.
What about this total? The over-under in there at 47.
I mean, Andy, I just believe that with these two defenses, this might get bet down a little bit.
You think so?
But with how prolific these offenses are, Andy, this is all the stars anybody could ever want in a game. We're talking Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Travis Kelce, probably the best tight end of all time. Christian McCaffrey
can make a case.
Best offensive player in football right now. Brock Purdy with everything to prove as Mr. Irrelevant. George Kittle, another. Debo, Ayuk. It just goes for days. I can't wait to watch.
I think it's Kansas City's defense that you got to look out for. I think San Francisco, everyone's stuck in week 12, week 11. Since that time, they've been nothing fancy. I think they're like a mediocre, ranked 23rd in the league since that time. So overall defensive stats, I'm saying since week 14 on.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Obviously, they're not as hell-bent on keeping people out of the end zone as earlier in the year, like you said. And another great look that you have to do right now, it's going to get bet up. Kansas City Chiefs team total right now is at 22.5 points.
Oh, wow.
This is the Super Bowl, people. You do not think that Patrick Mahomes is going to score 24 points in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
He's going to score 24 points in the Super Bowl. Get this while you can. Over 22.5 points. It's a freaking lock.
I like that.
If there is. You just got to, this is some of the stuff that you got to look for the week before the Super Bowl, because this stuff's going to get bet up. I wouldn't doubt this if this gets up to 26 points by next Sunday, Andy.
Do we want to get into some of these props? Because there's some wild ones out there. There always is.
A lot of fun ones.
I think I might be the most boring player prop bettor ever, because my favorite ones are all minus 200 or something right now. I'm looking at McCaffrey anytime touchdown, minus 210 on a lot of books. I just think he's going to score a touchdown. He scored 15 out of the last 18 games.
You got to.
I mean, and you being the parlay pounder, this might be one of your legs here for a parlay, because I just feel like that you're just taking Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown.
Well, Andy, if you look on DraftKings Sportsbook right now, I mean, you have to throw that in. I did the terrible thing of this last Sunday, Andy.
Okay.
They had it on the book. Christian McCaffrey to not score a touchdown was plus 300.
Okay.
I thought that was too good of a thing not to take.
Right.
Obviously, shoved that in my face, putting 2 friggin' touchdowns on me. I just believe that it's definitely one of the safest plays of the Super Bowl is to Christian McCaffrey to get in the end zone.
All right,
He's going to.
Now I'm going to get just about as boring here. Travis Kelce over 6.5 receptions.
Easy money.
I mean,
Easy Money in.
He's beaten that. I think like 6 of his last games, he's hit his total and gone over.
Yeah.
He's averaging 7.5 catches per game in the playoffs. And you want to talk about a receiver, tight end, quarterback chemistry?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what those two guys do. And it's come out and everyone knows it. There's a lot of plays he doesn't even run the route. He just runs to where he knows he'll be open. And Patrick Mahomes always kind of has it in the back of Travis ain't running the play. I know he's going to be over here. I know he's going to be over here. That one play lasted like 14 seconds.
Yeah.
Where Baltimore did everything they had. They had him boxed
They do
up.
whatever they want to do.
And the pocket finally collapsed. And nobody knew what to do. And he just like sidearmed it to his right. Kelsey, diving catch for the first down.
And Kelsey's playing his best ball of the year
Yes,
right
he is.
now.
Yes,
he
he is.
is a man on fire. He brings the energy. He is definitely going over on those receptions. Probably anytime touchdown scorer as well.
Yep.
Got to look out for that. I love those receptions, though. He is going to be looking for him the entire day, Andy.
Do you got any more player ones, or do you want to get...
I got one more player
player?
one that I think is a very great value right now. I believe it's going to get even worse with the odds. So right now, Nick Bosa over 2.5 total tackles is at a minus 170. I believe it's going to be a minus probably 200 to 300 by the time Sunday rolls around.
Yep.
I love Nick Bosa in this game. He's going to get after it. He's going to try and penetrate this offensive line. And I just believe 2.5 tackles is very easily attainable for one of the best players
We're not
in
talking
the world.
sacks. We're not talking sacks.
Total tackles.
Total tackles.
So
okay.
I love that one.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm looking at some of these prop bets that always come out during the Super Bowl. The most heavily bet game in the world is the Super Bowl. And here we are with Super Bowl 58, and it's going to be just the same.
Yes, it is.
Usher is going to be performing at halftime.
baby.
And you can bet on which song he'll perform first, who he'll perform with, number of songs that he's going to get in his list. But I like this one. What brand of shoes is he going to be wearing during his performance?
What's the leading vote getter there? Nike?
I don't. They're not coming out with that
They're
right
not
yet.
coming out with it. They're just telling you that it is going to be a prop bet.
And here's a straight bet too. Minus 110. Will he be wearing sunglasses or not?
For sure. That's easy money.
Oh, really? You think so?
He's a sunglasses wearer.
I know he is, but he hasn't been.
He's not in the limelight right now,
Okay.
but I believe that is an easy one for the books. He will be wearing sunglasses. That opening song, that's going to be tough because you don't know if he's going to come out with right away. He'll probably mix that
Build
in
up to
later,
it, right? He'll build
bringing
up to
out
that.
Little John and stuff like that. So that's going to be a harder one. The song that I want to talk about, Andy, is the first one. The national anthem with Reba. We're talking Reba.
We're talking Reba.
And we're talking 88.5 seconds over under.
Oh, boy. Yeah, on the national anthem?
For the national anthem. 88.5 seconds. And it's plus money right now on the over. Plus 100.
Well, she's going to, I mean, what do you mean 88 seconds? I mean, 3.5 minutes, or what are you talking about?
No, 88.5 seconds, which would be a minute and 20.5 seconds.
Yeah, you think she's going to go over that?
She has to, right?
She's going to go way over
and
that.
she's going to prolong
She's going to belt
those.
this out.
She's going to prolong
country
those.
singer.
Yeah.
She's going to,
I think that's a very good one to hop on right now.
88
It's
seconds.
over 88.5 seconds. So I really like that one.
Yeah, that's over.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. So this is, they only have these at like $100 max play until the rehearsal is out because they can really, pinpoint that. So I think this is a good one to get on right now because I believe that she's going to belt this out longer and longer and longer. One more that I want to get on, a little zany one, Andy. I talk about it every year. Color of the Gatorade first dumped on the coach. I believe I've hit this the last couple of years, Andy.
Last year, you could see when it actually came out when the information was not made public, but somebody told.
Knew.
Yeah,
somebody knew, and just right now. It's got a plus 115 bet on the two colors that I really like, red and purple. They're pushing them together on my book at a plus 115. I believe it is going to be one of those two colors. So I'm getting two for the price of one right now. I would just go red, no matter what.
I think it's red.
But I'm getting purple on it just in case. Any other color is minus 155. So if you're a betting man.
But that's exactly what happened last year. As soon as that color came out, what was it? Blue just shot through the roof.
Just right through the roof. So I like red just because both teams are red. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, I like that plus 115 money when you get two colors, especially one of them being red.
I found this kind of interesting. Getting back into more serious betting lines.
Yeah.
Okay, San Francisco, they're your 2.5, 1.5 point favorite, depending on where you're looking.
Yeah.
However, your Super Bowl MVP odds, Patrick Mahomes is out in front at a plus 140.
Yeah, Andy. And
does that make sense? One team's favored to win the game, but the other team has the favorite for the MVP.
It's just
what's going on here?
Well, what's going on, Andy, is the books just don't want to get smashed on with a whole bunch
one
of
side here, there,
or the other. So. You got to look at, Patrick Mahomes obviously being that Super Bowl MVP, but you go down that list a little bit, Andy, and you get a little value with some of those other guys. I'm trying to bring it up now.
Kelsey's 2,100. Plus 2,100 is Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey plus 450.
And
that's not bad.
That's the one that I'm looking at right now, Andy, is Christian McCaffrey plus 450 because you got to think Brock Purdy, he's sitting there at plus 220, but are they apt to give it to a guy with this many stars around him? Obviously, everybody knows that Patrick Mahomes is getting it probably if the Chiefs win the game.
Right.
He is the overall star of everything else. But Christian McCaffrey puts up 3 touchdowns in this game. And really pushes that offense over the line.
You can see
plus 450 is a very good bet, Andy. So
I do like that.
I really like Christian McCaffrey MVP odds right now. If you're on the Chiefs side, you got to throw that money on that plus money with Patrick Mahomes.
How we kind of reeled that one back in. We started to talk about sunglasses and types of shoes and Gatorade. Got right back into it there. Now, you are the parlay pounder.
I am.
You heard the horn, so up against it. What do you got?
This is my way too early 4-team parlay for the Super Bowl, Andy.
All right.
It's at a plus 700 right now with these 4 selections. I got Isaiah Pacheco, anytime TD score, paired with Christian McCaffrey, anytime TD score.
Okay.
Then I got Brandon Ayuk, over 62.5 yards. And I got Travis Kelce rounded out with over 69.5 yards. Like I said, plus 700.
Yep.
Bet, putting $25 on this to win $200.
Hey, you're putting your money on the stars, and it's a game full of stars for the stars.
Yep.
That's tough to go against that.
You just got to think that the Chiefs are going to get down to that, foot yard line or 2 yard line, and Pacheco is that man in the red zone. You got to be thinking that Ayuk is going to get one of those long passes along with Travis Kelce with that workload. He's getting 70 yards, and then C-Mac, he's getting in the end zone. So I love this play right now. Not putting a lot on it, $25 to win 200. It's going to be a nice little Sunday for me next week.
There we go. I like the plus money. I like the plus 700.
Plus 700.
Okay. Well, that about do it for us this week. Be sure to follow us on ESPN Tri-City Radio and their Facebook page, our Twitter handle, and also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're having a lot of fun on that and watching that grow, and the interactions, the comments, all that stuff's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, Andy. We like getting the flack, especially when we get them wrong. Give us the flack, but show some love when we win.
Yeah, I caught a little last week.
Yes, sir.
That's to be expected. We also got some free picks out on TikTok, right?
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you tune in to TikTok, WTL Sports Betting. Before major games, obviously, we're going to have a whole bunch of prop bets out there for the Super Bowl. It's going to be a lot of fun this coming week.
For Jabron, the Parlay Pounder, I'm Andy Klassen. Thank you for listening. This has been WTL.